here, 86, and where do we have it set on here? Looks like it's set to 80. Oh wait, that's so 80. It's saying 86 on the heater and 80 at the panel. All right, here's my first clue. Let me investigate. So I decided to switch it over so that it was pulling the water from the spa to try to heat it up quicker. See this how this was saying that the temperature was 78, while this one was saying the temperature was 86, I believe. And as soon as I put it over to spa, after a minute, it heated up to what this was reading, 80 degrees. Now actually it's reading 84, and it was pretty rapidly went up. So I'm really confident that it is the temperature sensor here for the panel, and that there's nothing wrong with the heater. It was set to shut off at 80. This one was set to go all the way up to 104 if it is told to. The panel, if it's instructed to shut off at a certain temperature, whatever it is reading, it will shut off at that temperature, no longer providing power to the heater. So regardless of what temperature this heater is set at, it will be shut off. That's why we want the heater set to the maximum temperature so that this panel can control this heater. So now what we will do is head on back to the truck and go grab one of those temperature sensors. Run it behind that conduit, poke it up through the bottom back in here, and then run it up through that run there, and then plug it into the low voltage. All right, so what you want to look for here is right there, water sensor, right there, water. So we'll unscrew that, and then put the new, and pull it through, and then put the new one in. Now when I put in this new sensor, it was saying like 98 degrees, which I know it's not. So I went in here to calibrate and then set it at the same temperature as the heater. Find yourself needing to calibrate, you just go in the menu, go down to settings, and then go up to calibration, and then just calibrate to what temperature you think it is, or what temperature it definitely is. I'm going to go with 1 degree below what the heater says. The thing is, this has pool and spa settings, and so you might as well max them out on the heater. So I set both pool and spa for 104 at the heater itself. So that way, this control panel is going to control it either way. And because if they had wanted to heat up the pool to 100, but it was only 85 at the heater, it wouldn't get to 100, and they'd wonder why. That about wraps it up for me here. It looks like that that temperature sensor that I installed is doing well. I've stayed here and let the spa heat all the way up to 102 degrees, and it feels good, so I think we're good to go. Well, they called me back out again. The temperature sensor only worked for, well, it helped for a while, I guess, until it got to a certain point where the heater was having problems again. Now this is a heater that I replaced for them a while back because it was all corroded because they didn't have this anti-corrosion check valve. So replace the heater, put that in. So then I come over here, I diagnosed the heater, and I found out that the gas pressure was bad, and I didn't record any of that, unfortunately. But it tested at about an 8.5, and then when the gas valve regulator opened, it had over the 2-point drop that the manufacturer wants for this heater. It dropped down to about a 5, so that's over 3.5. And if you want to learn a little more on the gas pressure readings and how that stuff works, I'm making another video on that as well. So I let them know about that gas pressure, and they had the gas company come out and they fixed that, and now the heater fires up good. Everything is going good there, except for I did let them know that some problems were going on over here. Check this out. So this is a new pump that I just installed for them. They used to have another variable speed pump there, but none of these were hooked up to the communication. The drive was bad, and they figured rather than spend the money on a new drive, they bought this new pump, which was a smart purchase. Really nice pump. Now everything's working good. I connected here, and the reason why you need that is because these variable speed pumps, right now it's running at a low speed. Just a minute ago it was running at a high speed. Heaters need it to be at a high speed, so we program high speeds in the panel here for the heater. So when you tell that panel to turn on the heat, it ramps this heater up to the speed that we set for the heater, and that's what's going to keep your heater working well. I did have a burned out stack flue sensor there, and that was likely caused by that. So now they're all happy. They got this all set up, and I'm closing out this video. So that's it.